Hi, everyone, and welcome to CMO Chats. My name is Marni Puente, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at SAIC.
Marni, what does your company do?
Great question. So SAIC is a premier Fortune 500 company. We've got about 24,000 employees. We are a mission integrator serving the government. So we serve the broad government, everything from defense, space, civilian intelligence markets. And we're really focused on advancing the power of technology and innovation to serve and protect our world. We offer, in doing that, offer high-end solutions in IT, engineering, and professional services.
Thank you so much. As the Chief Marketing Officer at SAIC, what is currently your main marketing focus?
I've been here about 7 months at SAIC, and a big area that I've been focused on since I started is really establishing a growth marketing capability. So we were doing a lot of good awareness level activities, brand level, top of funnel, as marketers like to refer to. But really starting to establish things like account and deal-based marketing to help drive down funnel growth activity and revenue. Oftentimes the CMO is referred to or synonymous as the Chief Growth Officer. And so that's really the role I see that I play, and working closely with business development to position for top opportunities and help drive revenue growth.
Thank you. Can you tell me about a particularly innovative or successful marketing campaign that you've run recently?
Absolutely. So we, again, being fairly new here, we are in the midst of a brand refresh that I'm particularly really excited about. We have a fabulous CEO in Tony Towns-Whitley who set a strategy and vision. And as the CMO, my job is to really align to the corporate and business strategy. And in doing so, and trying to really, define what it means to be a mission integrator and brand around that and really own that space. And so in doing so, we've done some comprehensive research as part of this brand refresh, sort of an outside-in view of what our customers are saying and looking at the market and looking at areas of growth, for instance, civilian, mission advisory. And I'll say also, from a brand campaign perspective, it's a great time to go out with a new brand, not only in the winter time month when things are a little slower, but also it's an election year, and that is always an opportunity for any government contractor to be thinking about. Because there's always, no matter who wins the election, there's always a number of transitions and new political appointees. And so it's a really good and strategic time for us to be able to go out with a new brand that really addresses our clients' toughest problems.
Absolutely. And what an interesting year for you to start at SAIC. So with all of these
Yes,
opportunities. Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. Now, actually, let's flip it. And what are your biggest marketing challenges at the moment?
Yeah, I would say a lot of my challenges are very similar to what other CMOs face and other companies that I've been at. I mean, every CMO will say, "Hey, I don't have enough budget. I don't have enough resources." I think one of the things that that is helping to solve that is being able to do more with less, is really looking to leverage automation and AI, and so that's something I'm looking to do at SAIC, already in the process of doing that. But another struggle that we as CMOs often have is being able to quantify what we do, right? And I've been on so many CMO peer exchanges, et cetera, where we talk about how do you really quantify? What are the metrics? And, the traditional metrics, while still very important, looking at KPIs such as impressions, page views, et cetera, are all going to be really important for us as marketers. And we understand that. What I'm finding is when I am talking to the executive leadership team, so other C-suite leaders in the company or the board, for instance, what matters more to them is what are we doing at the end of the day to drive revenue growth. And so I'm really focused on tracking marketing influence wins and moving in that direction, right? And so that's really where we want to be, is that driving down funnel growth. It's a challenge, but also I think a fantastic opportunity in this growth marketing capability that I'm building.
Absolutely. And I think you may have already partially answered my next question, but how does SAIC stay ahead of its competitors when it comes to marketing?
Sure. Yeah, it's something we as marketers, again, are always looking at. And absolutely, the brand refresh is a great opportunity to do that, right? Because this has been what I've just completed is, I believe, the biggest outside in view of the company in terms of how we rack and stack against our competitors, what our customers are saying, how we can differentiate, what's the white space, et cetera. So as part of the brand refresh, we've embarked on both qualitative and quantitative research with our customers and key prospects. We've done conversation analysis with something like 600,000 data points. So we have a lot of research. And what we're doing is we're looking at that and really trying to understand where's the white space for SAIC? How can we differentiate? Where are we credible too, right? Because that's something that's so important in the brand. And then, I think those are all things that will help us really stay, ahead of the competition. The other thing, just on a personal level, that I'm really excited about, I've returned to B2G, business discovery marketing, after about 7, 8 years more on the commercial side. And so I see a real opportunity looking at what I've done in consumer retail and other industries, to apply some of those practices to, in the commercial space, to the government space. And so I think that's another way to stay ahead of the competition, is not just to do what everyone else is doing, but look into other industries and say, hey, what can we do a little bit different, and bring to B2G marketing.
Absolutely, and also using your own experience to make that
Mhm.
even better.
Yeah.
What do you believe are the biggest opportunities that are available to CMOs today that may not have been available in the past?
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, it's this technology. I feel like we've been saying technology is evolving more rapidly than ever before, but it's really true. It's really true. And especially with Gen AI and how it's exploded. And so I think leveraging things like AI, quantum computing, not to replace marketers, but to augment what we do. It's just such an exciting time to be in this industry and see the ability to transform. The ability to leverage these technologies to enhance our creativity, augment the worker, provide real-time insights and marketing analytics that we've never had before. So I think technology is just going to continue to transform the industry. I think the challenge is to stay on top of it at a rapid pace. It can be a challenge, but it's also so exciting, and I can't wait to see what's ahead.
And looking more towards the future, what do you believe the future of marketing looks like?
Yeah, it's always hard to predict. I mean, I do think we're going to see a lot of automation. So, taking mundane tasks off the marketer's plate to allow to be more creative, focus on strategy, again, provide insights like never before. It's just going to continue to become more and more data driven. We're already starting to see the automation marketing channels certainly enhance customer experience. And these real-time analytics that allow us to pivot on a dime. I mean, just pretty incredible, right? When you're putting an ad campaign out and you're getting that real-time data and you can pivot instantly. I mean, that is something that, again, we're starting to see pop up more and more, but particularly in certain industries, and I think will grow and become the new norm. So this is just a super exciting time, and it'll continue to evolve.
Now, this next question is my favorite. If you could describe the role of a CMO with one word, what would that word be and why?
Yeah, I love this question too. And I think I've been asked this before, and it's always an easy one for me. And I've said it a few times already. It's growth. Again, the CMO is often synonymous with the chief growth officer. I think as marketers, we have such an advantage because we're obsessed with the customer, right? That's our job, is to be obsessed and be that customer advocate. So we bring a really unique opportunity and vantage point into the organization, and then can leverage that, right, to be able to, create these buyer personas, increase customer intimacy, understand what that buyer journey might look like that will ultimately drive down funnel growth for our organization and generate revenue growth as well. So I would say growth for sure.
One of my favorites. Thank you so much. So, Marni, one last question for you. What career advice would you like to share with other marketing leaders as well as up and coming marketers?
So, a career advice, I'll just start there. I love this question because I personally love serving as a mentor to many and being able to give back. I've had so many incredible mentors in my life. And so I often share, career advice and what's worked well for me. And I think being open to new experiences and opportunities, you never know where they'll take you. I certainly haven't had a linear path in my career, and I know many haven't. And so I think just being open to those experiences. I would say also in that same vein, looking outside of your own industry. For best practices. It's easy to get siloed into, for instance, government marketing, but looking at other industries, it can be consumer retail or other highly regulated industries like banking and energy and utilities, et cetera, and saying, gosh, they're solving some of the same problems, and you just really get fresh perspectives. And so I think that's something that has served me well. And finally, I would say establishing strong networks and mentors. I would not be where I am today without the incredible mentors that I've had in my career. I've learned a lot from them, and I've kept in touch with them over the years. And so really lean on those folks and, learn from them and continue to evolve and, be open to new experiences.